Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something interesting and different. Today I'm going to show you a piece of AI driven software that will help you solve your scheduling problems. And this is a chance for you to get involved in the beta testing of that piece of software. And it's absolutely free. You can use it, works in Google. It's going to be opened up to Outlook and Yahoo, etc. So let's jump in and see what this is all about. So first thing is, down below, I will give you a link so that you can join the waitlist for Ting. I think if you put it in, send it off, you'll get access pretty quickly. They're keen for people to use it. It's free. You're not going to be charged. It's absolutely free. You can use it, have a play around with it, give them some feedback, and this tool will be rolling out pretty soon, I expect. Okay, so you go into the waitlist, you get a link to come on to Ting and join the beta, and it's linked to your Gmail account. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to go through it step by step. You can get your link and you can then follow along with me when I'm doing it. So here we go, free on Google Calendar. Just ask you to log in, give it access. So when you allow access, Meeting will be able to see, edit, share, and permanently delete all the calendars you can access using Google Calendar. Meeting already has some access. Make sure you trust Meeting. Yeah, and there we go, we're in. And so the first thing it does is ask you to personalize things. So this helps it understand who you are, what your preferences are, etc. So let's go through this. So your calendar is securely connected. Nice work. So it's connected into my Gmail calendar. Now this is currently only available for Gmail, for Google Calendar, but it will soon be available across all different types of calendars. So in beta, it's only available to Google, but it's broadening out. So you set your preferences, and basically you're going to just copy Ting in, and then it will do the work for you. So what should I put? Freelancer, entrepreneur, consultant, marketing. Let's put consultant, and then it's personalized Ting. So it just tells you, just goes through a bit of information. Set your preferences for your working week. So Monday to Friday, you can start at 9, finish at 5, or change those things. Got that. Where do you prefer to meet and for how long? So you can say you want a Google meeting or face-to-face, and you can change the maximum duration, allowing buffer time between meeting, and then save your preferences. And if you say here, I want to hear about all things Ting, you can do that. So where am I? I'm in London time zone. My work week is Monday to Friday. Yep, that's fine. And I work from 9 to 5. That's about right. My style of meeting, prefer in person, mobile phone. Let's leave it as Google. So this is particularly useful for my professor business, where I generally use Google Meets for my meeting. Maximum duration of meeting, 1 hour. Maximum number of meetings. So this is the number of additional meetings you want Ting to manage for you. I'm going to leave that at 3. Allow a buffer time between meeting. Yeah, you need some time to rest and relax. So I'm going to leave that as 15 minutes. And yeah, I want to hear about Ting's updates. Now I've saved my preferences. We're all set. Ting has sent you a quick email. Reply to see how it works. Okay, so let's go in and have a look and see where I've got my email. There we go. I've got my Ting email. So nice to meet you. Your AI meeting assistant, here to rescue you from scheduling chaos. Well, that would be great. Let's do a quick test. Just click reply. And I think this is just to make sure that it's got the address sort of saved. So just send that. That just sort of sets it all up. Okay, so another email from Ting has dropped in. Let's have a look. And this email sort of sets out, we're all set. From now on, just CC ting@meeting.com on any email where you need help scheduling. So sending an email, you want to arrange a meeting, and Ting will do the trick. Here's what it can currently do. Book a time with me and a guest at 2 p.m. on Monday. So a specific time, I want to meet with Alex or Dan or Paul at 2 o'clock on Monday, and it will schedule that into my diary, both diaries. Find some time with me and a guest next week. So don't have a specific time. You want to find some time that's suitable. So it will look at both diaries and then decide which ones are where it's available. You can then cancel that, so you can find other options. This time doesn't work for me. Can you find some more options? And you can cancel meetings as well. So that's what it currently can do. Few things to know. It currently only supports one-to-one meetings, but I know from the team at Ting, they're working hard to be able to create multiple meetings, but right now only one-to-one meetings while it's in beta. I expect once we get to the full program, it will be able to do multiple meetings. Both people use Ting, it'll instantly book on everyone's preferences. So if I've got Ting and you've got Ting and we want to meet with each other, then without sending an email, without going backwards and forwards, it will find an appropriate meeting time in the background on the server. So that will happen as well. Works best when everyone's using Gmail or Google Calendar, but the guys at Ting are looking to broaden this out into Outlook, etc., and Yahoo, etc. So soon it will be available across, multiple channels. And if Ting isn't quite clear what to do, it'll let you know. So as always with AI, you don't want it guessing. You want it to, I'm not sure about this. It'll come back and ask you a question. So that's what Ting can do. Let's have a play with it. I'm going to copy somebody in. Okay, so I want to have a meeting with Alex, so I put his email address in, and then I've copied in Ting, and I've said, "Hey Alex, let's have a meeting next week." Or see what we get. There we go. So it has sent a meeting to Alex. So this is cool. So what it's done is it has sent, I sent an email to Alex saying, let's have a meeting. Ting jumps in and says, hey, Alex, would love to meet next week. How about one of these times for a 60-minute call? And it's given him some time that suits me. Let me know which one works best for you. So Alex can come back and say, Tuesday at 9, that would be great. And then that will go into the diary. Very cool. Okay, let's see if we can see both sides of it. So I've got my admin at theprofessor.info, and I said, hey, Prof, do you have time for a meeting on Wednesday this week? So here it is in the professors. So I said that this was my email that I sent. Hey, Prof, do you have time for a meeting on Wednesday this week? Ting looks at, sends an email in. Paul is free on Wednesday for an hour at these times. Which one of these best suits you? And I'm going to come back and said, let's go for 10:30. There you are. So you need to reply all so everyone gets all the emails, including Ting. Okay, so I've now gone back and said, let's do 10:30. See what we get. And let's see whether Ting has put me in a meeting on Wednesday. There you go. It scheduled it for 10:30. Let's have a look at whether it's scheduled it in this diary. It has. So it's scheduled it in both diaries. Very, very cool. How cool is that? So Ting did the finding space, gave the options. You then get the response from the person who says, yeah, this time's great. And just in sort of, let's go for 10:30. So not let's go for 10:30 on Wednesday, the 3rd of September, 2025, just let's go for 10:30. And so the person being invited has made the decision. It then gets put into our diaries. So let's see if we can reschedule it. And now I'm going to go reply to all. So what I've said here is, something's come up. Could we reschedule to 11:30, please? So let's see whether the rescheduling works. So again, I've sent the email See what we get on the professor side. Very cool. I do like this. So there's my invitation. I get the same email on this side. There's the Google Meets in the calendar, going into the calendar. Fantastic. Out with the join Google Meet. So it's all set up and ready to go. I've said, something's come up. Can we reschedule to 11:30, please? So it's taking it out of my, so it's put another one in, a suggested meeting, just to make sure that it works. And I go, I've come back and said, yeah, that looks fine. Responded. And there we go. It's got it in my diary now. There we go. No problem, Paul. Paul and Professor now meeting confirmed for Wednesday, September the 3rd at 11:30 for 60 minutes. Really cool. Really, really good. So now, can we cancel it? So I've put a message into this stream that's first of all booked it at 10:30, changed it to 11:30. Now I'm saying, sorry, I'll need to cancel. Something has come up. I'll get back in touch in the future once I know what's going on. I'm going to send that. Let's see whether Ting can understand just the basic natural language. So over on the professor, we have meeting from Ting, and it is cancelled and been removed from the calendar. Something has come up. Can we reschedule? No problem, Paul. Rescheduled. Yeah, that looks fine. Meeting's confirmed. Sorry, we're going to need to cancel. No problem at all. I've cancelled your meeting with the press and removed it from the calendar of events. Will you please let me know when you're ready to reschedule? So we've been through creating, changing, cancelling. It all just works. Pretty cool. Okay, so remember, if both sides have Ting, then you don't need to have this email tennis. It can do it automatically between the two. It'll just do it in the background, which is really cool. I've only got one account, so I can't really test it with others. Let me try. Okay, so I'm going to test something out now. So this is Dan, who is, I think, one of the founders of Ting. So I'm assuming Dan has Ting going. Let's see what happens when I use my Ting assistant to make a booking with Dan. Can it do it in the background? What does it look any different? See? Okay. So I got an email back from Ting. Hey, Paul, you're all set. Since everyone on the invite is a Ting user, I've automatically scheduled your catch-up with Dan about Ting for Thursday, September the 4th at 12 o'clock. It'll be 60 minutes long. And there is the meeting. And let's have a look at, it's there. I've added it to your calendars. If you need to make any changes, just let me know. So because Ting is on both sides, which is understandable given this is the founder of the company, it will book the meetings directly. So it doesn't give you a set of times to choose from. It just knows what Dan wants. It knows what I want, and it books it in. Very cool. So probably the founder doesn't want me calling them. I better just cancel that meeting. So I'm going to reply all. I've just said, it was just a test for the video. Please cancel the meeting. I'll send that. Just remember to reply all, and it will take out that meeting. It takes a little bit of time. So it obviously takes the time for the emails to be sent, for Ting to go to read it, to make a decision what to do, and then to send it back. But let's see what we get. There we go. It's gone. So it took 20 seconds, something like that. I think if I look in my inbox, there we go. So Dan had accepted the catch up. That was the email coming in. And then, no problem, Paul. I've cancelled your catch up with Dan and removed it from both your calendars. Let me know if you need help scheduling anything else. Really, really cool. That's Ting. Okay, so why do I think this is interesting? Well, I think we will find, can you imagine if everybody has Ting, then you'd be able to do all of this scheduling using the AI to find the best place all at once, all in the background. Very, very cool. So that's really good. I think this is more human than sending a link to Calendly where it's like, have a look at my calendar and pick a time. I think this is a bit more, intuitive. It looks at your time, it looks at their time, it takes your preferences into account, and there is this sort of natural language engagement going through it. Now, I'm sure there's loads that they can improve. Multiple people in meetings, absolutely necessary. Being able to work with people who have non-Gmail accounts, that will be really important, and being able to integrate into Outlook, etc. That will be really important. Potentially making sure that having multiple email addresses, etc. But I think that's the kind of thing that will come out of this beta testing. So Ting, I think it's exciting. It's really good. If you want to join the waitlist, then go to the link down below and put your email address in, and then you could have access to Ting straight away. I've got access to it. So you might be organizing meetings with me using Ting in the future. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? I hope you've enjoyed the video, and give Ting a go and let them know, give them plenty of feedback. They're looking to develop this product. It's free. It is. The plan is that it will be free. There will be some premium features like signatures or voices, etc., that you can add into it. But the basic organization of your diary, your time, other people's diaries, other people's time, that's all going to be free as far as I can see. So Ting, good. Let's see it out there. Let's see it on the market. I've been the Professor. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.